Hey friends, happy Tuesday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Check out that sunrise. Wow. Hey guys, I just wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I really, really hope blesses you. In part of my Bible study this morning, I'm still in Psalm 139. I said this before and I'll say it again. One of the most beautiful Psalms in the Bible. I highly suggest that you read this and take your time because it's beautiful. Anyway, I was meditating this morning on verses 13 and 14. And this is a Psalm of David. And David said, "For you formed my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." And what I love about this is David had some semblance of how amazing human bodies are created. He couldn't see it under a microscope. He couldn't see the sinews and the joints and the cells and everything that make it up. Yet he had this knowledge, this just looking at creation, perhaps studying maybe his children, studying their eyes and looking at their little fingertips and how their little nails are created. If you've ever studied a baby, I'm telling you, it is a work of art, and we are all created so differently. You know, this knit together is like an interlocking. It's like a DNA chain. If you've ever looked at the DNA, it's chains, and they're interlocked with nucleotides and interspersed with phosphates and sugars. You know, and it's beyond what I can explain. But I highly suggest that you look at it, and it's just a beautiful thing. But the Lord Himself knitted it. He interlocked them. You know, many years ago, I had a friend of mine that was diagnosed with cancer, and we did this fundraiser for him. And there was an older lady in my mom's church, and she wanted to do something, but she had broken her hip and she was in the hospital. And she said, "Melissa, if you will bring me the yarn, I will knit an Afghan, and I want to offer it so you can put that in your silent auction." And so I carefully picked out this yarn because it was brain cancer, and the color for that was gray. So I picked different colors of gray, you know, and some other colors to mix in to make it beautiful. And I brought it to her, and she went to work right away. And let me tell you what she created with just in a few days was absolutely beautiful. It was a work of art, and it was so unique. You know, if you looked at the little strands, some were a little bit bigger, some were a little smaller, depending on how she moved her hand, right? But it sold for several $100s. It was just beautiful, and it was one of a kind. But that is how we are. I think that we forget that. And David said, I don't think he said it so much for his sake as for ours, because your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Full well indicates that a person infinitely knows something. Deep down inside, they know something, but their actions say that they don't. It's like, I know full well, you know, that the sun is going to rise, and then we act like it's not. But that's what David was saying. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. But so many people, they look at themselves in the mirror and they think, I don't know about that, but I don't know who needs to hear this today, but God doesn't make mistakes. His works are wonderful. I know that full well, and I hope that you do too. Each one of us is created uniquely. I can't help uniquely to serve God in a very unique purpose. You know, I can't help but think that David also would look at his fingers and say, okay, Lord, wow, you created these to play the harp. And maybe even looked at his lips and said, wow, you created these so I could sing. To look at his arms and say, Lord, you created these so I can pull back the bow and wield the sword, you know, to make me a warrior. But to have a staff in my hand to lead my sheep, you know, it just goes on and on and on. But anyway, we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and we are all unique. And God made us with His own hands. I don't know about you, but that sure makes me smile. I'm going to finish up my run and get off to work. It's going to be a great day.